Can our own breath be toxic to us? That's the question, $1 million question. Okay guys, in this video we will be talking about carbon dioxide. Now how carbon dioxide can create havoc in our life. Alright, basically it is about sleep, night sleep. Alright, I have called it as PUC test of carbon dioxide. Alright, pollution under control of carbon dioxide. Alright, so here what I'm trying to bring to your notice is we sleep at night. Alright, now we sleep at night in a room. Now we have lots of mosquito problems, so into which we close all the windows and we have a netted window open which has net. Alright, so net, if it is not cleaned properly, then you have, those are supposed to be filters, right? Air filters in through those net and comes in. Now along with air also moves in dust particles. So depending upon its micron, that's size, it sticks to the filter or the net. So net also is not all that very effective for air to come in, go out. Alright, so we assume, so though we have kept our netted window open, but still we are not very sure whether the circulation of air is perfect. Alright, okay, and now what happens is I have done some calculation for a family of 4 people sleeping in a room. Alright, now let's get into those calculations first and then come back and discuss. Alright, let's check out PUC pollution under control test while we are asleep. Okay, so it's all to closest approximation. Alright, okay, number of breaths per minute is 12 to 16. Alright, now volume of air inhaled or exhaled 500 ml, all I again repeat is to closest approximation. Total volume of air inhaled or exhaled per minute would be obviously 6 to 8 liters. At an average we can take it as 7 liters. Fine. Okay. Volume of air exhaled in 7-hour overnight sleep is 7 into 7 hours into 60 minutes. That comes to 2940 liters. That's the volume of carbon dioxide that we are exhaling throughout night. Alright. Sleep of 7 hours. Alright. Okay. So we reached to this value. So what we achieved was volume of air exhaled by a person for 7 hours overnight sleep. Alright. Okay. Now let's go ahead with carbon dioxide because that is our area. That is our zone of pollution. Alright. Okay. Carbon dioxide in exhaled air quantity is approximately 4.4%. Fine. Now, so we know that this is the quantity of air that we exhale out. That quantity of air has 4.4% of carbon dioxide. So we just multiply it with 4.4. So what we end up with is, so 2940 multiplied by 4%, right? So we divide it by 100 and then multiply it. Alright, on doing so, what we end up with is 129 liters of carbon dioxide a person produces or exhales in 7 hours sleep. Alright, one person. Now suppose there are 4 people sleeping, a family of 4 sleeping in a room. Then it is multiplied by 4. So 516 liter of carbon dioxide is generated or rather produced or is rather exhaled in a room which has a family of 4 people. Alright, so this comes to it. Along with it, volatile organic compounds are also exhaled, and those volatile organic compounds could be methanol, ethanol, isoprene, acetone, moisture, etc. depending on 24 hours what all you have consumed. It all depends upon that. VOC, volatile organic compounds. Alright. Now again I repeat, it's all to closest approximation. Alright. 516 liters of carbon dioxide is generated by a family of 4 sleeping in one room for 7 hours. Alright. Okay. Now let's talk about the way of sleep. Now they are sleeping on bed or they are sleeping on floor. Now if they are sleeping on floor, then 516 liters of carbon dioxide is generated by them or exhaled by them. Carbon dioxide is 1.4 times heavier than oxygen. So carbon dioxide would be, now assuming that the net is not cleaned, the window net is not cleaned properly, and so the circulation is not very good. Alright, even if the circulation is good, it's not perfect owing to those mesh. Alright, now what happens is this carbon dioxide is assumed to be trapped in your room. Alright, now let's take the worst scenario. It's winter season, so it's trapped in your room, temperature is cold, and carbon dioxide is 1.4 times heavier than oxygen. So carbon dioxide settles in your room at lower strata, at lower level. Alright. Okay. Now if your bed is very low, then that layer of carbon dioxide may be covering you. And the worst is, if you believe in sleeping on floor, then by the time it's morning or by the time it is 5th, 6th, 7th hour, there's blanket of carbon dioxide on the floor, and in that blanket of carbon you are entrapped. The worst is if you have habit of covering yourself totally and sleeping, then it's the worst. Then there's no carbon dioxide going out. It's the carbon dioxide which you have exhaled. You are inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling the same carbon dioxide. Now, along with carbon dioxide, you also exhale VOC, that is volatile organic compounds. So volatile organic compounds are, as I explained earlier, they are also toxic. Body is throwing out carbon dioxide, not good for you. Body is throwing out VOC, not good for you. Alright, so again, that also is fatal. Alright, so you have got to be very careful about the way you sleep. So your fan is on. Now we are talking of winter season, right? Now your fan is on, fan would circulate. Now because of that mesh, it won't go out with great pressure. The exhaled air won't leave the room with pressure. Alright, so fan is on, so it's the carbon dioxide which is being circulated. So you have got to be very careful while you are sleeping. Alright, so this is just to make you aware about hazards of carbon dioxide that we exhale, hazards of volatile organic compound that we exhale. Alright, so sleeping on floor, under blanket, covering yourself in blanket, very fatal. Alright, so what is it? So you know what I do. We have got no other choice. We are going to sleep that way, right? So what I do is, as soon as it is earliest in the morning, I open all windows, I put on fan to fast so that whatever carbon dioxide, in spite of it being heavier than oxygen, leaves the room. So you have got to take care of this. Alright, so you have got to sleep. You have got to sleep on bed. And then again, now what you put is, say you keep window open, but you put in coil. Coil, if you burn, it's an unburned carbon which would be a toxin also for you, because it's going to go into your lungs, alveoli, air sac, block it. Alright, you would say that yes, you put those things, right? Now those electrical stuffs. Now when electrical stuffs, now think that if it kills mosquito, does it do any good to you? No. So it also doesn't do good to you. So you have got to have natural conditions for sleeping, keeping these things in mind. Alright, so always be careful about carbon dioxide. Now I always say the things which we don't see are more dangerous than things which we see. Alright, now it's the same thing goes with human being also. Human being, those who are quiet, could be more fatal than those keep on blabbing. So we see them, we hear them, and we understand them. But those who are quiet, can't see them, can't see their character out. Alright, so similarly here also, carbon dioxide, all those things which we don't see are very fatal for us, whether it be bacteria, viruses, whatever, insects we see, so we can kill them. Mosquitoes we see, bat, cut, we can kill it, but things which we don't see. So now carbon dioxide is also one amongst them, the gas which we don't see but we exhale. We have got to be careful about while we sleep. So it's your job now to check out how to take care of PUC in your room. Alright, hope it was helpful. Alright, so I'm not scaring you all, but you have got to be careful about carbon dioxide that we exhale, because over a period of time, what drastic fatal effect it does to our body, no, right? So we have got to take care of also this. Alright, so don't sleep under blanket, bed better, fan good, well ventilated room best. Alright, okay.